being a superhero. Yep, we are all superheroes. I just witnessed a whole group of people being superheroes, grabbing Lee and helping us to be able to continue service. I just witnessed a whole group of superheroes going into deep meditation, so deep that I couldn't get Yvette's attention to play because she was so into that meditation. That's a superhero, Yvette. That's not a mistake. That's being a superhero. Truly being present to what was being asked of you to go within. That's being a superhero. Let's go ahead with that first slide from Maya Angelou. I think a hero is anyone really intent on making this a better place for all people. I think a hero is anyone really intent on making this a better place for people. Is that you? Own it. Own it. It's true about you, or you wouldn't be sitting in these pews. You'd be at a different church this morning. Own it. You are intent on making this world a better place. How do I know that? Because unity is all about making you a better person. And when you make you a better person, then you make the world a better place. Isn't that cool? Yes. I know this is really hard right now to draw energy up, right? Trust me. I know. I've been dealing with it for the last 10 minutes, trying to figure out how I'm bring my energy up for you. Okay? But then in the daily word, what did it say? Ecclesiastes, for there is nothing better for people under the sun than to eat, drink, and enjoy themselves. So it's okay to smile when I call you a superhero. You're a superhero. It's okay. Who was intent on making this world a better place? I wrote down Jesus. Jesus was intent about making the world a better place. He was trying to get people to think rightly and make the world a better place. Let's go to the next one with Dalai Lama. The true hero is one who conquers his own anger and hatred. One of the most popular people that I draw from on that slide is Nelson Mandela. You know his story, most of you. Nelson Mandela was full of hate, was full of anger, was imprisoned and angry, and even started inciting anger in the prison, and then completely turned himself around. Completely. And then gets out of prison and ends up running the country who imprisoned him. Superhero. Superhero. How do I know you're a superhero with that slide? Because each and every one of us have had anger and resentment. Have we not at some point in our life? Yes. Absolutely. Be honest with yourself. We just witnessed someone in extreme anger, in extreme hatred for what just happened in her family. Our prayer is to help her find her superhero again, because it's still in her. And it's the same with you, same with me. When I am engaging in anger and hatred, it's clear to me. I've got to meditate. I've got to get quiet. As Kathy Mountain said, I got to go out to nature. I just got to be with the trees and get quiet so that I can find my center, seeing it rightly again, and find my superhero. And that doesn't mean superheroes have to do great big things and have to be newsworthy. We'll get into that in just a little bit more here. Let's go to that next slide. Oh, be the hero. A hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. Can you relate to that slide? Who's done some conquering of overwhelming obstacles? I heard a few of those last night in our stories that we were sharing with each other, with some people that I spent the evening with. And we were sharing about different obstacles that happened in our younger years. And what ended up being an obstacle ended up pushing us forward to being where we are today. And when you can realize that, I look at quite a few of you. I know I think I say this every week, but I can't help it. I know a lot of your stories, and I know how you have drawn from your superhero to overcome them. I can look right at my daughter and know what childhood she had. And I look at my son-in-law and I know what childhood he had. And I look at two superheroes right there in my family because they found their strength, their inner strength, to overcome the obstacles. And now they do nothing but go out in the world now and try and help other people finding their light. And that's what you all do. You do it by your smile. I watch you as a parent holding your son and just embracing him. It's just wonderful to watch. And then we had this little girl out in the aisle, and she's just waving to me, right? And I'm thinking, how does she even remember who I am, much less does she even know me? But she's like, I'm her best friend as she's waving to me, right? And I don't know, was it during the opening prayer, the sing-along? She knows she's nothing but a superhero. She hasn't bought into that she's not a superhero yet. Not enough people have told her, right? Yeah, wait till she gets to school. That's where it happened for me. Oh my goodness. Let's go to the affirmation, please. This was written with the title in mind. I have within me the ability to rise above the obstacles and conflict I see around me. I am a superhero. I want you to claim this. Is it written on your handout that you get on Sunday morning? Is it written on that piece of paper so you can take it home? If you not want, take a picture with your phone, because I think this is something that we really need to remember right now. And Lee is attempting to walk back to her house right now from our church. So let's just send her some light. She's out. I have within me the ability to rise above the obstacles and conflict I see around me. I am a superhero. Let's say this. I have within me the ability to rise above the obstacles and conflict that I see around me. I am a superhero. I want you to really own this. Can you really say it like you mean it? Do it again. I have within me The ability to rise above the obstacles and conflict that I see around me. I am a superhero. I am a superhero. There's conflict, isn't there? We have some people here that are working the polls for the election. And I have watched them and listened to them being very, very frightened of working the polls this year because of all the political division and the anger and the hatred. In the meditation I shared about, I can't believe the road rage that's going on out there. And I just say to myself, for what? That person that just cut 2 cars off got 1 car length ahead of me at the traffic light. For what? Why are you risking people's lives for what? There's just so much division. We need to call on our superhero. You literally need to slow down. Just because they're going 90 miles an hour on 275 doesn't mean you have to. But boy, I can get caught up in that because I feel like they're pushing me. Anybody else feel that way on the interstate? You feel like you're being pushed constantly, like right up on your tail. I'm like, why? Why? We have gone through COVID, and didn't we learn anything through that? And yeah, we're still in an aspect of COVID, but didn't we learn things from that? Boy, we have a quick memory span, don't we? That we forget. We forget. Now everything's in a hurry again. Everything's in a hurry. So superhero, I'm going to go back to. So these poll workers, I'm watching them call on their superhero because they're getting up, they're showing up, and they're doing the job to be there for the people who are getting out and showing up and voting. Superhero. Remember the talk I did a couple months ago about Kiki, the girl at the checkout line at Walmart? Oh my God, I love that woman. Superhero. She doesn't think she's a superhero. She's just being friendly at the Walmart checkout line. Superhero. I've got a great video. Did anybody see the video that was attached to your email blast this week? See how much, why do we spend time on an email blast? Nobody reads it. Julia, you did. You get a door prize at the end of service. There's not a problem with our electric. We're getting ready to show a video. But I shake my head as to why do we do the email blast? Nobody's looking at it. I put 2 videos in there because I thought maybe a video, because, the attention span now is less than 40 seconds. I have to be Spider-Man. Why am I saying Spider-Man? Did you see that guy scaling that building? Look up human Spider-Man. He scaled 4 stories, literally scaled it with his hands and rescued that baby that was hanging. It's amazing. That's another whole story. Over in France, it happened. Kindness. Do you get it now? What's your superhero? Kindness. Kindness and compassion and love. Do you get it? So, do you really own now that you are a superhero? And that you can draw it any time you want? You get to choose to be a superhero today. Anytime. You get to choose whether you want to engage in negativity or whether you want to engage in kindness. You're a superhero. Let's look at that last one. We must never outgrow our inner superpower. Yes, we must never outgrow our inner superpower. All because I'm an adult. And boring is right. Absolutely right. You know, I'm going to read this to you. I found this a couple days ago and I hung on to it. It says, people who really want to make a difference in the world usually do it in one way or another. And I've noticed something about people who make a difference in the world. They hold unshakable conviction that individuals are extremely important, that every life matters. They get excited over one smile. They are willing to feed one stomach, educate one mind, and treat one wound. They aren't determined to revolutionize the world at all at once. They're satisfied with small changes. Over time, though, those small changes add up. Sometimes they even transform cities and possibly the world. One person at a time. I want to leave you. Do we have that last slide? If you want to be a superhero, vote. Vote. I don't care how you vote, just vote. Please. We live in a democracy where our voice does count. I believe that. I affirm that. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Namaste. The Christ presence, the divine presence in me, truly sees and honors that superhero in each and every one of you. Namaste. Oh, thank you.